Today's video is about the best pieces that you can find at Sezane right now. I've gone through the website, I've clicked into like every single listing, and I've chosen out my favorite pieces to talk about in today's video. And then in today's video, as I review it, I'm gonna edit these pieces down further to come up with the top 5 pieces you can find at Sezane, at least in my opinion. Things I mention at the start of every Sezane video, I have ordered and purchased everything here myself, so whatever I'm not loving, I will of course send back. I sell all of these pieces in 3 ways to show you how it can look in an outfit, but also for myself to know whether it's versatile with the rest of my wardrobe. I'm 160 centimeters or 5'3". I will have all of my sizing down below, especially if something is true to size. I might not talk too much about the sizing, but you will find everything and all the information down below. Let's start off strong with my favorite piece, which is the Davie cardigan that I'm currently wearing. It's a stunning corally red cardigan made from a cotton fabric. Maybe you can tell if I move a bit closer, but the fabric is very, very lightweight. So in the summer, you really shouldn't have any problems wearing this piece. For this piece, I decided to choose one size up, so I went for a small instead of my usual extra small. I think that the fit is quite relaxed this way. It's got quite a bit of room all around, and I really like it. But if you wanted a more classic fit, a little bit less oversized, you can definitely just go for your true size and it will fit very well. The reason why I was so drawn to this is because I'm definitely having a red moment. So the color, I also think the intricate knit pattern is really pretty. It's got these bobbles, and then these lacy accents. I can just wear it like a t-shirt and then tuck into a pair of jeans. I would definitely do some cream linen trousers and then maybe add a brown or taupe belt. And then otherwise, I will pair it with one of my many slip skirts. In the outfits, I'm usually doing kind of like a mental checklist of how well it goes with my wardrobe. For me, it's not just about whether I can wear it with jeans, but do I actually love the way it looks with jeans? And then I'll kind of test, does it look good with light colors? Does it look good with dark colors? And then does it look good with long slip skirts, which I have a ton of in my wardrobe? And does it look good with wide leg trousers? Because if it doesn't go with these pieces, then it's probably not gonna go with a lot of my wardrobe, since these are such foundational pieces that I wear all the time. This one is definitely a keeper, and I've already worn it about 3 times this week. I do get asked often, how do you add texture to summer outfits? Because it's all like cotton heavy, but I guess lightweight cotton knitwear will be an easy way to add a bit of texture. This is an absolutely stunning light blue 100% cotton blouse. I'm super confident about Sezane's cotton broidery tops because my white one is one of my oldest pieces from Sezane. My thing with this blouse is that as beautiful as it looks on the hanger with the ruffles, the lace, the blue color, when I put it on, I don't feel as elegant or sophisticated in it. I think the beauty of the top doesn't really translate once it's on me. If I have all the buttons done up, I feel like it looks very, very stuffy on me. When I open up the buttons, I think it looks much nicer. And this is the way that I would wear it if I owned this piece. Even when I pair it with the most basic pieces in my wardrobe, so jeans, white trousers, navy skirt, I still feel like the outfits are a bit too fussy for my own personal style. On the model, she's got very undone hair. She looks very, very effortless, I think, in her features and her essence. So she looks amazing in this kind of a piece. But I think that I in general don't look that effortless. So I think that might be one of the reasons why I'm not loving it on myself. The most show-stopping piece of today's video is the Ladya dress. It's a bright blue embroidery dress, and I think the biggest detail is that it's got an open back. I love a dress that is generally like more conservative, long, maybe with sleeves, but then it has a backless design. I just find it to look very elegant. Fabrication of this dress is quite a mix, so the outside is 60% cotton and then 40% recycled poly, and then the lining is made from viscose. When I feel it, it just feels like cotton to me, but it makes sense now that it's a blend because it does feel a little bit smoother than your typical cotton, a little bit less crisp and more smooth. My opinions of this dress is that it is very, very flattering. I haven't knit in this color. I do wear that pretty often. So I know that this is a color that is very kind of blendable, natural in my wardrobe. Other than the color, the silhouette is really stunning. It cinches in quite tightly at the waist, so it's very flattering there. And then it kind of poofs out a bit to an A-line. The backless design is, of course, the main part of this dress. It is super, super elegant. And what I think works about this dress is that it is lined. The dress is lined at the top, so You don't need to wear a bra and you cannot see anything from the front because you've got 2 layers of fabric. As you move down the skirt, it's also lined. If you're wondering about the heaviness of this dress, the lining and the outside fabric are both very light. You can definitely wear this in the summer without feeling like you're gonna overheat. And I think that is so important. If they line up something heavy, this would absolutely be a useless item, but it is a light lining and I do think that it's very, very comfortable to wear. This is a dress that honestly, I wouldn't do too much styling wise. There's a lot happening already. So I will pair with some new heels, a metallic bag for a slightly dressier event. And then I wanted to see if I could dress it down a little bit. So that's why I paired it with these chunkier sandals and my tote bag. I just wanted to make it feel more summery. And I think a white tote bag would be also really cute with this dress. This is a dress I'm going to keep just because I feel like it's a super special piece. It's very flattering. And when summer rolls around again in Australia, I cannot wait to wear this dress. This piece here is the definition of a basic with a twist. Literally a twist. Definitely just a very basic white top, but at the same time, it's got the most unique twist front, and I just find it to be extremely, extremely flattering. It is a very soft cotton. It's got some elastane, so it's very stretchy, and I think that's important for this style to fit really well on the body. If I think about how much I'm going to wear a piece like this, I feel like the cost per wear for this can definitely come down a lot more than a lot of the other pieces I'm showing today. When I tried it on, I loved it, but I was still thinking, you know, it is just a t-shirt. But when you layer this inside different jackets, I find that it looks really nice because the main detail of the top is right at the front. So in that way, I feel like it's just going to elevate all of the jackets that I pair with this top. I got mine in the extra small. It fits extremely well, and it also comes in a blue, a very, very pretty blue shade, which I'm also tempted by. So this one is a keeper for me. Again, I think that this is absolutely stunning. A very good, elevated, basic that in my opinion is quite unique and hard to find. This is the Deia or Deia short, and it's basically your classic denim short, except it's got a very thick waist belt. I have very mixed opinions about this piece. I feel like it's the perfect length for me, but if you're taller than me, you might find this too short. On my leg, I do find the length quite elongating. I think it makes my legs look, well, as long as they could look, given that I'm quite petite. The thing I don't think is super flattering is the waist belt. Sezane loves a thick waist belt, and I feel like especially when I'm wearing shorts, it just makes the waistline look chunkier than it needs to be. I'm kind of very conflicted about this piece because on one hand, it does really elongate the leg with the shorter length. But on the other hand, it makes the waistline look more bulky. So this is a piece that I won't be keeping. I will be sending it back. I'm not a huge shorts person to begin with. I want a pair for practicality, but it does have to be perfect. And this one just doesn't quite meet it because of the waist belt detail. Review continues, and we are talking about the sandy skirt. I've just struggled a little bit with sizing. What's happening with this skirt is that the 34 looks amazing because it sits so tightly on the waist, and then every time I get the 36, I feel like this skirt is really average because it falls a bit lower, it sits kind of loosely, and that is what has been making me and ah over this piece. This one is a 36, so I think I might just go and get this tailored in. This is exactly the kind of skirt shape that I've been into for the last couple of years. They are just extremely flattering. I do really like a fitted bias skirt these days over something that is very voluminous. So the sandy skirt is probably my favorite skirt style from Sezane currently. I've just been waiting around for a print that I feel like is versatile enough, and I think this one is it. Black and white, and it's got a little bit of yellow to warm up the colors. I tried to play with some different things in the styling. First up, styling it with this top I'm wearing. I love the colors here, and this is a combination that I think is just perfect for summer. For a softer color palette, I will pair with a blue shirt. So this one has got a little bit of yellow on it, and I think the yellow and the blue pair quite nicely together. And then finally, I've got the most kind of funky little tank top. This one is such a statement design, but it is a very muted natural color palette. So I thought I would change things up a little bit and style the skirt with a more unusual top. The next piece I'm going to share is a silk blouse. This one is a Dafne blouse. It's basically a crossover design made from 100% silk. The silk is hand washable, which is of course good. As much as I love this very light, flowy silk material, the silk material is gorgeous. It is very light though, so you would need to be quite careful storing this. and wearing this to not like accidentally like rip anything, you do have to be a bit more delicate. But that for me is with any kind of silk piece. I feel like this top is not my favorite. Something about this really lightweight crossover top, I just feel like it really accentuates my lack of chest, and I'm just not sure if it's the most flattering. What I really love about the fit are the sleeves. I think the sleeves are so pretty because you can wear it in different ways. It's got this ruching here, so of course you can just wear it long sleeve, and then you can also make it half sleeve, a shorter sleeve. There is a lot of room to play around the sleeve length with this elasticated design. But ultimately, I ordered quite a few red pieces today, and honestly, I just feel so much more myself when I'm wearing something like this one versus the wrap top. Probably the item that I've been asked about the most are the crop jeans from Sezane. I think I've gotten so many questions because a lot of Sezane trousers are very long, so finally they have a crop jean. And I think a lot of you guys might be petite, like me, and curious. I got mine in size 36, and I would say in between a 34 and 36, but the 36 actually fits me quite snug. The denim material they've used is rigid, at least on this wash. There is no stretch to it, and a very kind of heavy denim fabric. Something I noticed that I don't really like is that the front pockets are very small. Only like the fingers go in, if that makes sense. And it's much smaller than your typical jean pocket. It's not a big deal because I don't put anything inside, but I often just like to put my hand in, and you can't really do that with these front pockets. That's all about the fit now. These are high rise, wide-legged, and on someone who's 160 centimeters, 5'3", I would say they fit a little bit long, considering they're meant to be a crop jean. If I were to keep these jeans, I feel like I probably could just wear it with heels and then roll it up when I'm wearing flat shoes, or I would just go and get the length adjusted. Beyond the length, I find this jean extremely flattering. I feel like it sits and hugs at the waist perfectly. It does glide over the hip nicely. From the back side, there's no like bunching, ruching, anything. It looks very seamless, and I think it looks very flattering. The only other thing that I'm considering is that these are more of a rigid, heavier denim, and I've been really getting into denim that has the tiniest bit of stretch. I wear them more because they're more comfortable. So I'm deciding whether this rigid denim I'm really going to get lots of wear from. And that's why I'm umming and ahhing over these jeans. I would love to hear your thoughts on these. Do you feel like they're flattering? Should I keep them, return them? If you own them, after wearing them, would you still recommend it? I am leaning towards a yes because I do love the way they look, but let me know in the comments. One of the final pieces is this Pippa dress. This dress is so popular that it's actually sold out in lots of colors, but they did have it in the coral, which is actually my preferred, I think, of the colors anyway. The pros of this dress is that it looks very beautiful on the figure, and I feel like if you're more straight, if you're more curvy, this dress would work for both. Sometimes with like fitted dresses, I feel like the stomach is the area that I kind of think about the most, whereas this solves that problem with that fabric, with that additional fabric. The cotton elastane fabric makes this piece super comfortable on. It's very stretchy, very soft, so it feels loungy. But at the same time, it's got a really flattering silhouette, and I think that's the biggest selling point of this dress. I feel like for me, one of the biggest cons is that I have to think about which underwear I'm wearing inside. Because it's quite fitted on the front and back, it's stretchy, you can see your underwear. For this dress, you do have to be wearing underwear that is very seamless, or else it will definitely show from the back because of the stretchy, more fitted style of the piece. I'm just deciding if coral for this dress is right. Is it too much of the color? Because in the past, I haven't really enjoyed red dresses because I feel like it's too bold of a red. Whereas if it's just a red top, I find it a lot easier to style. So that is my only consideration for this piece. Do I keep it in the coral or do I swap it out later for a more neutral shade? In terms of styling this dress, I again think that it looks the best when you just have the dress on by itself. Corally red shades and denim I think look so beautiful together. Whether that is a really light denim like this one or more of a medium blue shade, I think it all looks really beautiful. For a more dramatic, bold look, I tried styling it with black. The final piece in today's video is a Pierro shirt. So I have a Pierro shirt in my wardrobe in this black and white polka dot. And as a Pierro shirt fan, if I see a print I like, I will usually order it to try on. I also saw this on the Sezane Instagram. One of the beautiful girls at Sezane was styling this piece, and I just kind of fell in love with it on her. So I wanted to try it out for myself. The biggest thing to know about the Pierro shirts is that they are very lightweight and slightly sheer. They're 70% cotton and 30% silk. I have no doubts about the quality. For me, it's obviously just gonna be about whether I will wear this print. I paired on my white trousers, I paired it with a blue denim, a mid-tone blue denim that I think goes so beautifully with this coral shade. And then I also just wore it with a white silk skirt. I chose a silk skirt because it's more of a refined piece, and I definitely don't want to be pairing this with really casual things. I want to make it feel a bit more refined and elegant, because that's not always how I see bright florals. I think that if I didn't keep this piece, and if I didn't keep the Pippa dress, then I probably would have said yes to this, but I just don't want suddenly for my wardrobe to have this huge influx of coral. I do want to just bring in a couple of pieces, see how I go with them, and then in the future I can kind of add more. I don't want for my wardrobe to suddenly just be coral. Another thing is that I saw this top on a Sezane model who had a deeper skin tone than I have, and I feel like on her skin tone she just like glows wearing the coral, and I'm not feeling that on myself. So I feel like especially if you have maybe a tan or a deeper skin tone, this will look so beautiful, and I feel like I'm just not really doing it the justice. At the start of today's video, I said I will narrow things down to the top 5 pieces at Sezane. Number 1, I've just absolutely fallen in love with this coral cardigan. I feel like this piece looks really special. It adds nice texture to summer outfits while being lightweight, and this is my favorite piece of the lot. These are my top 5 pieces, but not necessarily in order. This piece I feel like is just so beautiful and special, and this is one of the pieces that is just like a standout statement piece that feels really special in this collection. This is my favorite basic from the website right now. There are so many things that kind of catch our eye more, they're more exciting. This one is just a white t-shirt, but it's just got the most beautiful fit. I think it's super versatile, and more importantly, it just layers extremely well. It's a piece that will really elevate your everyday outfits rather than being kind of like the blue dress, more of a special occasion item. The 4th piece, which is my favorite skirt silhouette right now, is the Sandy. I still love the Alicia style, which I have, but I have been over the last couple of years gravitating towards these bias cut, more fitted skirts. And I think this one is the perfect shape. In number 5, we've got the Pippa dress. I just think this dress has a lot of versatility, and it is just extremely flattering. If you're curious about sizes, if you like to look into these pieces further, all the links, everything will be down below in the description box. Let me know what your favorite pieces were from this collection. Doesn't have to be what I featured. What were your favorite pieces from the summer collection? Thank you so much for watching. If you like Sezane videos, if you like to see more Sezane reviews, I have a whole playlist on my channel, and I would love for you to go subscribe, turn on the notification bell to see when I post, and I do share tons of Sezane content. Have a fantastic week ahead, and I'll see you next one.